Hi, I'm Paul. Welcome to my messy workshop. Today I'm going to do a bit of a tool review. I went online and at homedepot.com I ordered a Nova 3 chuck for my lathe. I ordered a set of pen jaws. And I ordered the adapter that I needed to convert the Nova chuck to the threads on my lathe. So we'll take a look at those now and we'll see what comes in the package. Well, in the package for the G3 chuck, we've got some instructions. We have a wrench for the chuck. We have the chuck itself. We have a couple Allen wrenches and the screws to hold the jaws on the chuck. And we have a set of jaws. Now everything is covered in oil. So I'm going to clean these off before I do much demonstrating on them. Also in the pen jaws kit, I got the instructions, and I got the pen jaws come just 2 jaws, and again they're covered in oil, and I'll clean those off before we go much further. And the other thing I ordered was the adapter that goes from the chuck to fit the threads on my lathe. So let me get those cleaned off and we'll take a closer look at them. Well, I got the grease off of everything, or the oil, and I've read the instructions, and I have the jaws here, or the chuck, and I have to put this adapter into the back of the chuck. And I don't know if you can see or not, but down in this little hole, let me see if I can get it on the camera, right where my finger is, there's a hole for an Allen screw. And there's a little fiber wad that goes on the bottom of it, and that tightens against the threads on the adapter to keep it from coming loose. So I'm going to screw this in, snug them down, I'm going to put in the Allen screw, and I'll be right back. Alright, I've got the adapter secured on the back of the jaw, and I've got the set screw mounted inside there. The next step is to attach the jaws to the chuck. Now, each jaw has a number on it. For instance, this one is number 2. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a number 2 stamped into it. And that has to go on jaw number 2. So there's 4 jaws. Each one is numbered 1 through 4, and that has to go on the jaw on the corresponding jaw slide. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and attach the standard set of jaws that came with it, and I'll be right back. Alright, I've got the jaws attached to the jaw slides, and they're still a little bit loose. The instructions say to attach the jaws to the jaw slides, just run them down but don't tighten them down, and then take the screw, the wrench that comes with it, and run the jaws down till they touch each other, and that centers the jaws. So I've just done that, and it says once the jaws are centered, then you can tighten down the Allen screws. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, I've got everything tightened down, got all the screws tightened down. One thing I haven't done is in the instructions it says to put a little anti-seize compound around the bottom edge of the screws, and I didn't have any handy, so I didn't do that. But I'll get some anti-seize compound, take the screws back out, and put the anti-seize compound on. Well, it's all set now to fit it to the lathe, and it should just screw right on, and we'll start it up with the chuck on it. Okay, the chuck is on the lathe. We'll start it up and see how everything goes. Well, it spins just like it should. These jaws have a dovetail on them so that when you're turning a bowl or something, you can do a recess with a little bit of a dovetail and it'll fit right around these jaws. Now, another thing that's included with the kit is a wood worm, and that goes in the jaws, and if you're turning something like beginning to turn a plate or something like that, you can drill a hole and screw these coarse threads into the wood. And to put that in, I'll show you. All we do is we back the jaws off. We leave the jaws right in there, and we back it off enough to capture that screw and snug it down, and that's all there is to it. The jaws hold it in place. And you take it back out. All you do is loosen the jaw and take it out. Now, like I said, I bought this jaw from Home Depot. And I bought it online. That's the only way you can get it from Home Depot is online. I bought this chuck, and it came with this jaw set. That's a 50mm jaw set. I also purchased the pen turning jaw set, which you just take the jaws out, you put these two in on opposite sides, and it's for turning, for like drilling pen blanks and things like that, or turning any small things like a dowel. The reason I bought this from Home Depot is I had quite a few Home Depot gift cards, and I figured I'd use them on that. The chuck was $122.20. The additional jaws for the pen jaws were $34.97. And the adapter to adapt the Nova chuck to the threads on my lathe was another $20. Now, in a way, that kind of bothered me that you have, no matter what lathe you have to buy a set of threads, a threaded adapter to fit this chuck to your lathe. And it seems like to me, since you have to buy it anyway, they could have maybe raised the price of the jaws a little bit and included that adapter with the jaws, or with the chuck. But I guess that's just a minor thing. I plan on giving this a pretty good test. We'll see how it works. I'm like I say, I'm really looking forward to giving it a try. Well, I've mounted the pen drilling jaws on the chuck, and I've clamped in a piece of pen blank, and I've got my drill bit in, and so we're going to see how this works drilling out a pen blank. I'll move this as close as I can. I'm getting some chatter because this is that diamond wood that's layered stuff, and it's really hard to drill. So I'm curious to see how it works. I've got my drill bit marked, how deep I need to go. Okay, we're through. And now we'll see how our block came out. Very good, very nice. Well, that thing is warm too. I'm pretty well centered where I went in. I'm pretty well centered where I came out. I'm very happy with that. So that's another plus for this chuck. I think that's going to come in real handy when I make pens. Well, thanks for watching my video. I'm really impressed with this Nova chuck. I'm looking forward to using it. My only concern is on these pen jaws. The edges on this are very, very sharp. They're just dangerously sharp, and I don't think it would have hurt them a bit to either chamfer those or just break the corner or something. So I'm going to have to be very careful of these, and if it looks like it's not going to be a big deal, I might just take a file and just break that edge just a little bit. But other than that, I'm real impressed with the Nova G3 chuck. And again, thanks for watching my video. If you would, please subscribe, leave a comment. I enjoy reading the comments. Share if you'd like. If you want to drop me an email, my email address is going to be right here. It's paulsmessyworkshop@gmail.com. And until next time, I sure appreciate you watching my video.